it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess on my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change.
Okay, Coach, well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between our visitors and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Black 22. Mike 49. You must be dreaming.
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
Second and 10 at the 50-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
57's a mark. 57, here we go.
Winston now from the 50. Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. That one covers 29 yards, first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now 2nd and 6 at the 16-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Green, triple C. Check 26. 36. 30.
To throw is Winston. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So a first-quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them, maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
22-yard line.
Mark set. 19. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to try you up. 26. Shift.
Watson on first down. Sets up the screen to Gordon. A huge play there on the screen pass. 42 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2.
38-yard line.
We're set. 19. Give me your He's heavy on the edges.
On 2nd and 12, Watson. He completes it to Henry. A gain of 32 that time. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Here's Watson. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Chargers have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Looking to throw on second down. Winston, he's got Fuller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Working out of the gun, Winston. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now a play fake here on first down. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Emmanuel Agba. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Come get some. Come on. Get the boys down. He's coming. Check 4. Check 4.
Watson. Able to get this to Gordon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
A lot of running backs in the passing game, they're just used to check it down to them or maybe dump off passes. But this guy, they use him to stretch the field, don't they?
He stretched it right there, turned it into a really nice game. Here's Watson. His throw incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On the counter, here's Gordon. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw, Watson. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Emmanuel Agba able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now it's Watson. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to focus in on the ball, make sure you're taking care of it. That one cost him.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Jameis to throw it. He completes it to Evans. And the ball is knocked out and picked up by the Chargers. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
That throw into the arms of Allen. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw is Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 32-yard line.
Ready, black 22.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Ready, white 25. 55, Mike. Switch.
On 2nd down at 4, Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, first down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 42-yard line.
Ready, blue lady. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Your sock. Hey, take your socks out back to huddle. Socks out back there, huddle.
Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long.
Alert 3, alert 3. Hey, stop. Let's go.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. Incomplete. Both players were there offensively and defensively, but it falls incomplete.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. A toss play. Gordon. And he's able to get out to the 32. Brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
They go play action here on first down. He's got it to Williams. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down.
Michael Batchley for the Charger field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go. 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Joey Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely he's been on constant duress this entire game. I'm not
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick, and they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll send you cross-state to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have all the stats and all the scores from games going on during another busy Sunday in the National Football League. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Watch a slack, watch a slack. Watch a slack. 54. Check 49. Check 31, check 31.
Watson now to throw. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's second and goal.
Is that not the very definition of a tough yard gain?
Now, is that one where as the receiver you go to your quarterback and say, why'd you even throw that?
Yeah, I think you do, and I think you wonder what type of a route are you going to send me on that only 1 yard's going to be the result? If I'm going to go in there and take contact, let's go and get something out of it, not just 1 yard.
In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. Steps away to his left, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Winston, and this is caught by Evans. And some room to work. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. So, boy, that's already the third they've burned here. They are out of timeouts now before we've even hit the fourth quarter. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be taken short. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about it.
Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And maybe that one caused by the weather. Of course, the rain coming down. Charles, can you maybe, when you're carrying that football, grip it too tight in the rain?
I think that you can, and it's such a delicate balance, too, because when you grip it so tight, sometimes it'll slip out from your body. You squeeze it too hard, and it'll pop out on its own. I've actually had running backs talk to me about that when they've tried too hard, even in perfect conditions, the ball gets away from them. They've got to find that good balance, carrying it firmly, yet at the same time under control.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
Here's Winston. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
I don't even know why this team showing.
From the gun, Winston to the goal line, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
Here we go, T. Here I come. Here I come.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Back to throw. Watson across the formation. He's got a man. That's Allen. A gain of 6 there on first. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a pass here caught by Hunter Henry. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson. He's got his tight end complete. It's Green. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 23. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Watson. And he's got his man. It's Henry for a Chargers touchdown. Hunter Henry, his 2nd touchdown on the season. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Well, his first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Looking to throw again on second down. Winston throwing the out route and complete. That's Evans. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Winston. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there, it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Casey Hayward makes the tackle. You don't see that a ton, do you? Or the cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. First down.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Here we go.
On first down, Evans. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Back at the 37-yard line.
Black 25. Come on. Sunday.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. The Bucs on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8.
You think you gonna get this? Kill. Hey, 5-0. Let's go.
Throwing. Winston. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down now. It's Gordon. It's a first down and more for Gordon. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown on the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that will extend this big lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Check 55 to Mike. Hey, tight.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Jameis now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. On 2nd and 9. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trevor Williams with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now Gordon. He can't get him down. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Set, 19. Mike's 5-4. On the ball.
They'll run on 1st down. Gordon. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run. They're running it. Deuce. 55.
They'll run now with Ware. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Here's Gordon. It's a 1st down and more for Gordon. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one.
And now here's another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it.
At the 23-yard line.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. There goes Melvin Gordon. And he's going to wind up getting this all the way down to the Buccaneers' 24.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. This is Gordon. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. On 2nd down, it's Gordon. Gordon loses the football. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He's going to let it fly. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
On 3rd down, it's Evans. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. To throw is Winston. He can run for it, and he will. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. A 1st down throw for Winston. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And picked up by the Chargers. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help him improve.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for our visitors, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people and my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like